Welcome to your Diversity Production Pro profile. There are so many resources and tools for you to use. But did you know your profile on the DPP will facilitate placement in job opportunities? In order to do so, there are a few steps we need to take. The first thing we want to do is ensure that your profile is up to date. Let's take a look at our user account so that we can see the process. So here we have Charles Roberts, and Charles Roberts is a graduate of the California Film Commission's entry-level production accounting program. The first thing Charles will want to do is to let us know that he's available to work. He does this by setting his availability button to on. This lets us know that he is seeking or will be soon seeking work in the industry. If we scroll down, you can see that you have a lot of options here to set up your profile. And of course, the first field is your name. Please do not use pseudonyms, or acronyms, or nicknames. Please keep your first and last name, as you would want it to appear on your resume. For accounting or administrative positions, the tagline reflects an employment objective on a resume. And so for Charles Roberts, who has completed the ELPA program, he is a production accountant with 2 years' experience looking to transition into a first assistant role. Whatever we put here should reflect how we want to be hired. If we are creatives in other ways, not currently seeking to be placed in those positions, this field should not reflect other skill sets. It should only reflect the professional work in which you are trying to be placed. Then we'll put a quick summary here. Here we see that he helped develop the Showbiz time cards, and he also listed all of his computer programs for which he is experienced. He also has listed his gender. You can change that if you want to only me. That's not important for resume purposes. Be sure to list your phone number. If you don't want it to be public, you can change it to only you, but it will appear on your resume. Your current job title. In order to change this, you would select your field. So, for production accounting, it's this field. And once you select your field, then all of the relevant titles that fall under that field should appear. For production accounting, we can have clerk, we can have first assistant, second assistant, second assistant, or key. Let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at payroll. Production accounting clerk is also there, but then we also have first, second, key, payroll clerk, payroll accountant, and payroll assistant. So those are all relevant to those who have exposure or experience in payroll. But we don't want payroll. He wants a position as a first assistant, and so we are gonna go ahead and select that. When there is a recruitment search, the job title will be that search criteria. It is imperative to ensure that your profile reflects the job title and area for which you are seeking work, because this is going to be how we recruit you. Location is important because it indicates where you're based. You may work remotely, but we need to know your home base. And of course, we need to make sure you're over 18. You can change the visibility of your date of birth to only me, but please make sure your year is at least up to date, because if you fall under 18 years of age, you will not show up in our databases. Now his profile is set up. He can now be searched by his objective, his job title, and his area of specialization. We are going to save those changes. Now that he is set to available to work, we can see his job title right there. He is a first assistant. We changed it from clerk to first assistant, and we have his availability turned on. The next thing we need to do is update his resume. When we look at his profile, we see all the information that we've updated, but we don't see his most recent work experience. So, we are going to add that now. Let's click Employment. First assistant. We are going to put his employment, which is lessons in chemistry. We are going to put Paramount as the company for employer. We are going to say he made $120,000 a year. His start date was April 2023, and we are going to say his end date was February 2024. The position was in New York, and he reported to the following people. Because for film production, your job title pretty much describes your job duties, it's unnecessary to be redundant. However, this is where it would be a great place to put something that fell outside of the range of your normal job duties. It was a standard position, and he executed this job well. So, we are just going to go ahead and hit submit for that. Now that we've done that, we are going to give his employment history a chance to refresh. All of the information was updated. And what this allows him to have is a downloadable resume based on standard industry format. All he has to do is click and download resume. As you can see, all of the relevant information required for him to get hired as the first assistant production accountant is listed. He has his name, his contact information, his most recent employment, all of the specifics for that, his skills, his education, all of those things are listed here. You can also download this yourself and send that out to any relevant employers that you would like. That's how you get set up in our system, so you are searchable for positions relevant to your work experience, as they are made available from our industry partners.